press the button. Yes, let's go!
Whoa.
Car acceleration is so fast. I start liking this car.
Can you give me this car? Why? Come on.
In their mind, they think China is still making everything fake and quality really low.
Chinese companies a lot and suddenly open like electric car and suddenly they close. So you think why?
Xiaomi SU7, a luxury electric sedan made in China, has gained immense popularity in the domestic electric vehicle market over the past year. With the strong brand identity of Xiaomi, known primarily for its mobile devices, the SU7 achieved impressive sales of 258,000 units in its first year following release.
You are looking at the Xiaomi SU7.
So these are fast. They have better range than most American or even foreign cars that we have here in the US.
Obviously, Xiaomi have global ambition. Will it make it globally? Well, time will tell.
Despite the controversy surrounding its appearance, it's surprising to find that the reception of the Xiaomi SU7 in the English-speaking world has generally been positive. Many reviews highlight its competitive pricing, quality, and impressive performance, shaping a favorable image among potential buyers. We are also very curious how foreigners perceive this car. To explore this, we invited 3 individuals from different countries to share their opinion about this car. Will it good selling above the price of 300,000 yuan in their respective countries? Let's figure out what they think.
I like this line. Really like Porsche.
Porsche.
Like many others, their first impression of the SU7 was that its design is very Porsche-like. Chinese netizens humorously dubbed it Porsche Me, including Mike, who came from Serbia 6 months ago to visit his brother teaching in Guangzhou, expressed curiosity about the Xiaomi SU7, which he know this brand for the mobile phones.
Many kinds of Chinese mobile there in my country. Xiaomi, Honor, Vivo, and Huawei. When I'm arrived here, I'm see Xiaomi start to make a car. Are you kidding me?
Xiaomi is different because they have a fan, they have TV. We think they make it.
They're known as a making phones device. They saw after Xiaomi made this car. How they made the car?
How a mobile device company made a car, an electric car, that compete with Model 3.
小爱同学，大概空调28度。小爱同学，空调18度。
好，调到18度了。
Oh, that's great if you speak Chinese. 大概英语 Justin Timberlake. Whoa. Does it have English version?
No,
Only
because
China.
it only sells in China. Maybe a few months after, it will
so-
have different versions.
Xiao Tonchi, Dakai, Chonhu.
开了。
Okay.
Okay.
Good.
Car acceleration is so fast.
It's
I
over
love it.
600 horsepower with this.
Wow. Last time I drove Tesla, my friend's Tesla, yeah. Handling is the same like this.
This is Nick from Uzbekistan. He loves car modification and a loyal bimmer. Currently, his car is a highly modified BMW 220. With its teardrop-shaped appearance and monster power, the 0 to 100 acceleration of SU7 reaches 2.78 seconds, the 4-wheel drive version.
Yeah, acceleration is really good. I love it. Yeah.
Wow,
It gives you more adrenaline, you know?
you're very professional.
It's so much fun driving because I usually go for racing tracks. I think 4-wheel drive is okay, it's not bad.
Yes.
It can keep the balance when you drive fast. The carburetors are quite soft. Even I run on the bumps, I don't feel that much. This one is good for daily driving.
The sports performance of Xiaomi SU7 largely relies on components from Chinese suppliers, including motors, batteries, and air suspensions. The SU7 Max max weighs 2.2 tons and has a 101-degree battery.
Little bit heavy, but the brakes are not that good. This
Some-
one is using Brembo brakes, right?
Yes, Rainbow. But the brakes, they don't have a professional for the brakes. They got a set. You have to buy the extra money.
If it would be an upgrade with brakes, yeah, it can match the speed also.
Yes, you can drive it harder.
I think after modifying the car, it can go for racing track, but for like this, it will be really difficult for this car to drive fast on the racing track. Brake is
that-
hot, right?
yeah, too
I
hot.
know, I know. Needs to cool down. We arrived. You feel the brake smells?
Yes, I can smell it also.
Although Xiaomi SU7 is defined as a sports coupe, but in fact, those users prefer urban commuting for the more frequent. Therefore, Xiaomi SU7 is equipped with advanced urban intelligent driving and automatic parking and other assisted driving functions. We invited Haiti from Egypt. It was Haiti's first time to try autopilot, which surprised him a lot.
So we just click here and
Yes.
then
Okay.
now it's the autopilot.
Yeah, it's autopilot, but it's better to
Yeah,
keep
yeah,
your
I
hands
monitor,
on.
don't worry. Oh, so many cars.
It's expert monitor. Oh, someone get married, so
Oh,
it's
cool.
interesting.
But really, it can stop by itself. I'm not doing anything and it take a
Yes.
smart decision. That's cool. So I don't want to touch until it say no
Oh,
to
it's
check
really
what
cool.
we're going to. Yeah, it can also
I mean, the car.
whether
They are all the same cars, but different color.
yeah. But why this car in Harry? Why it's not line up with them?
When Haiti starts self-driving, even if the system is not in English, it still alerts the driver, for example, the hands-off warning.
So something is speaking here. So there is a speaker behind me.
There is a sound behind you.
Cool. It's amazing, you know.
It's
Wake me up.
hidden.
Oh, here also on the screen you can see the map. Wow.
It
Look at
should be-
this. You can see the map in the screen. Yeah, more advanced than the BMW because in the BMW only see the speed. You not have so much details like this, and you cannot see the map. This is really advanced.
But surprisingly, the definition of autopilot is something like this.
I drive my car in my country with my leg. I don't have an autopilot. This
Yeah.
is my autopilot. No, it's normal thing, you know. You can drive. Yeah.
Considering the above, the price of Xiaomi SU7 starts from 215,900 RMB. The highest version reaches 299,900 yuan, which is about $30,000 to $41,000 in conversion. With the addition of freight, as well as local tariffs and value-added taxes, how does it sell in their countries?
$41,000. It looks very cheaper.
It will sell it to the Egypt or the Middle East. It will be good selling car.
I think maybe the problem, the people who is look for the high end, I think he will consider this car. But the people want us like price, maybe they will not consider this car.
So this is quite cheap for this price,
That's-
600 horsepower. If you want to buy international brand cars, you have to spend over like 600,000.
Yeah.
If this car will sell to my country, it will be go up to
to-
50, right?
Yeah, 30% up.
Yeah.
Uzbekistan is very good for EV cars. So
Yes.
if you want to import that EV cars, it does not need to pay any tax.
Yes.
But a big problem is that not all places are suitable for selling sedans.
I cannot tell it's quite fit on our roads because our roads are not well maintained as China. Like
The Xiaomi SU7, with a ground clearance of less than 20 centimeters, is not easy to drive in Uzbekistan. Nick mentioned that they only started laying the first expressway in the past 2 years, and it is still under construction. In ordinary urban road conditions, the SU7 can only barely pass.
just now we are making highway. Now they are building like very wider and expensive road. If I drop my car on the country, no, impossible. I cannot go to the mountain even lower than Xiaomi. So that's why our country people, they usually prefer to buy SUV cars.
Haiti expressed similar concerns. In most parts of Africa, except South Africa and Egypt, the road conditions for driving sedans are not so ideal. Therefore, it is not easy for a sedan to enter the African market.
Some country, like in Africa, maybe they not have so much electric. The drawing like this stuff, maybe the autopilot will not.
Because the road condition is not as good as in China.
That's true. But some places in the EU area, they will like this car and they will buy this car. UAE, Saudi Arabia, Egypt also very booming now.
Qatar.
Yeah, the people who is look for the high end, I think he will consider this car.
In Serbia, on the Balkan Peninsula, the local market is dominated by old cars.
We have many Volkswagen there in my country. Golf, Passat, Touareg. After that, we have too much Mercedes-Benz. It's not a new car. This is a old car, 15 years old car, you know?
But if your budget is about $41,000, Mike thinks most of them may choose a BMW 3 Series. In comparison, French cars are slightly more affordable.
You can buy some French car for 25,000, 30,000. Price, it's okay.
That's what Mike choose, a Peugeot 508.
My car is Peugeot 508. This car is too long. This is diesel car, really strong. We don't have many Chinese cars. In Europe, it's too hard to buy electric car because you need a charger battery. It's not too easy, you know?
Coupled with the imperfect charging facilities in Eastern Europe at present, electric vehicles are not a mainstream choice.
Because the oil also increasing the price so crazy. And here the electric, of course, more very easy to charge. Maybe some country it's not so developed as some places other. It's everywhere you can find the charger. The strong point, the price of electric very cheap. You only need to fix or change a lot of stuff.
The expansion of electric vehicles faces two main obstacles: government policy support and local infrastructure development. Most of the foreigners we interviewed highlighted these points.
Uzbekistan increased its import of passenger cars from China by over 5-fold. According to the State Statistics Committee, the country imported a total.
Владельцам электромобилей в скором времени не придется платить за парковку. У них появятся отдельные стоянки, предназначенные для зарядки во время остановки.
Chinese cars made up almost 80% of total imports.
The preferential policy of the Uzbek government for electric vehicles is to adopt a zero-tariff policy. With the addition of value-added tax and freight, domestic new energy vehicles entering Uzbekistan also have a significant impact on the local Chevrolet.
This is new for us, electric cars in Uzbekistan. Before we had our monopoly manufacturer who make Chevrolet cars. So right now we have BYD Chery just came in from China. I think it can be compete with Chevrolet in the future.
Chevrolet is the best-selling foreign brand in Uzbekistan.
Guys, I have just arrived to a country where almost every car is a Chevrolet. This is a Chevrolet. This is a Chevrolet. This is a Chevrolet. And this is a Chevrolet. What is going on?
However, in the new energy era, the situation has changed.
Now, car price really dropping down in my country. If you want to buy Chevrolet cars, they're around already 30% lower than before the car price because of electric cars.
A new knowledge for us. It's quite new. We don't know that because that situation, I think, is only happened in China. But actually, it also influenced the countries in Asia.
The same also happened in China about 3 to 4 years ago when Tesla came in.
Volkswagen is struggling to sell its electric vehicles in China. That's a well-known fact. But now German luxury brands Mercedes and BMW are running into trouble in the country as well. According to the latest data, BMW sold a third fewer cars in China this quarter compared to the same time last year.
As one of the important countries along the Belt and Road Initiative, Uzbekistan maintains a good relationship with China. As a newly developing and most populous country in Central Asia, it has huge potential. In order to respond to the local policy and increase the localization rate of large commodities such as cars, foreign car companies have emerged rapidly. In addition to domestic companies like BYD, Chery, and Chang'an, Kia's factory has just been built in Uzbekistan, with an annual production capacity of 200,000 vehicles, which is more than the sum of the 3 domestic companies. According to the government's prediction, the proportion of electric vehicles will reach 25% in 2030. Egypt is another popular place for Chinese EV. As the second largest country in Africa, it connects the Middle East and the heart of Africa, and is also a popular landing place for Chinese car companies to go global. The tariff for electric vehicles entering Egypt has been reduced from 40% to 2%, and the value-added tax and consumption tax are exempted. At the same time, the government plans to build 3,000 public charging piles within this year. So far, BYD, Chery, Geely, and Dongfeng have successively entered the Egyptian market. But even so, the challenges for Chinese electric vehicles to go global still exist, such as brand and prejudice.
Because the Chinese companies a lot and suddenly open like electric car, and there's so many people bought very cheap and very large, very good options, a lot of stuff, and suddenly they close. So the people who bought the car, he cannot sell the car again, he cannot find the spare parts, and then he just park in the garage and they're making this car like a tea shop. He's selling coffee. Yeah.
Although Chinese products are labeled as cheap, large in quantity, and of good quality, the problem is that sometimes it's hard to find after-sales service, especially for large commodities like cars.
But of course, the Xiaomi is different because he has a lot of products. Yeah. Even I go to the store, they have everything. They have a fan, they have some TV, everything they make it.
Yes, is that Xiaomi? Yeah. This brand is quite popular in Egypt.
Everywhere now, yes.
Do you know the percentage?
Maybe 40%, 30%.
Wow, yeah. 30 to 40% is quite a huge.
Because it's good price, affordable price, and the quality is acceptable.
Xiaomi mobile phones have gained a considerable market share abroad and have obtained considerable brand awareness. But Haiti believes that people's brand perception of Xiaomi is that it provides mid-range products, while its car exports are sold as high-end products. How to break this hierarchy is a problem that the brand needs to consider.
So whether they think to making this business separate, or they will put in the same in-store. It's a better idea to separate.
It's quite expensive, and it needs a lot of fun to do this.
So that's why you need to separate to making this trader not the same as trader of the mobile.
Yeah.
So because some people making a trade of the car, they have money and they can be, collaborate with the Xiaomi.
But what way will Xiaomi car being exported? Will Xiaomi's mobile and its car be sold in one store? And in which countries will SU7 land first?
Or do you think it will be good selling in this price?
Yes, it's quite good. Affordable price, but not for medium people, like above medium. Usually
they will buy maybe Mercedes-Benz, BMW.
Usually they don't trust the Chinese brand cars until they see and drive experience. In their mind, they think China is still making everything fake and quality really low. After saying BYD Chery, that thinking is removing, because China is really making little competition cars, which is competing with the USA even. I think in the future, if this car will come into Uzbekistan for 50, I think is not bad, because people are really making money in my country also.
Assuming that Xiaomi is well known in your country.
They're known as a making phone device. Yes. And they saw after, Xiaomi made this car. How they made the car?
The first batch of Chinese-made cars and electric vehicles set a positive example of high quality in the local market. Even Nick's father is considering replacing his old Chevrolet with a new Chery EQ7. Nick advised his father to wait, suggesting that buying a new electric vehicle is a trend. but it would be more cost-effective to purchase it after a year when local infrastructure is better developed.
Let's wait if they will build a lot of charging stations, so then I can get one.
When we finished this program, Xiaomi officially disclosed its global expansion plans. They aims to start selling electric vehicles in overseas markets from 2027 onward. Prior to that, they will focus on consolidating their domestic market to firmly establish their industry leadership position in China. However, the overall timeline for Chinese new energy vehicles going global is accelerating at a remarkable pace.